Hey y'all, it's your girl Jazz back with another message. If this y'all first time tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you guys ever feel yourself navigate, gravitate more to my channel, you can consider yourself part of the 144,000. And what I do here, guys, just give you a word of encouragement to uplift you as you overcome everyday life adversity. Um, and also, if you guys ever catch me going live and you want to chit chat down in the comments down below, don't hesitate. Y'all know I love interacting with y'all, okay? And so, guys, today's title of the message is called Regret, and it's coming from the book of Psalm, chapter 106, verses 10 through 27. And so let's go ahead and get into the word, and then we can get into the message. You guys can think of me as your spiritual bestie, life coach, whatever title you want to put it on, and just make sure it's respectful, okay? So that's for somebody. And so let's go ahead and get into the word. And so it reads, he saved them from the hand of him who hated them, and redeemed them from the hand of the enemy. The waters covered their enemies, there was not one of them left. Then they believed his words, they sang his praise. They soon forgot his works. They did not wait for his counsel, but lusted exceedingly in the wilderness, and tested God in the desert. And he gave them their request, but sent leanness into their soul. When they envied Moses in the camp and Aaron, the saint of the Lord, the earth opened up and swallowed Dathan and covered the faction of Abiram. A fire was kindled in their company, the flame burned up the wicked. They made a calf in Horeb and worshipped the modeled image. Thus they changed their glory into the image of an ox that eats grass. They forgot their God, their Savior, who had done great things in Egypt, wondrous works in the land of Ham, awesome things by the Red Sea. Therefore he said that they would destroy them. Therefore he said that he would destroy them. Had not Moses his chosen one stood before him in the breach to turn away his wrath, lest he destroy them. Then they despised the pleasant land. They did not believe his word, but complained in their tents, and did not heed the voice of the Lord. Therefore he raised his hand in an oath against them, to overthrow them in the wilderness, to overthrow their descendants among the nations, and to scatter them in the lands. So basically, what the word is saying is that God delivered his people from their enemies. And even though he delivered them from their enemies, some of them still did not take heed to the voice of the Lord. Like, just say they heard God tell them to do something. Like, just say your enemy been pleading for God to do something. Like, oh Lord, if you just show up one more time for me, I promise I won't do this no more. And then it's like God showed up for him. And then it's like, and then when God showed up, they still did the stuff that they said that they wasn't gonna do no more. And it's giving like, that's just like somebody apologizing for doing something. Like, you keep apologizing for doing something, but yet and still you keep doing the same thing that you keep apologizing for. So it's like, what's the point in apologizing when you keep doing the same thing over and over? So when something is, if somebody done did something more than once or twice, it's no longer a mistake. Like, I can see one time you mess up, you like, oh God, then the second time you mess up, like, oh God, but after that, if you continuously, intentionally, repetitively keep doing the same thing, that's called a pattern. So once it becomes a pattern, that means it's a habit. That means, you see what I'm saying, that's not good. You see what I'm saying? Because this just is like, you're not giving account for your sins, or you're not taking accountability for the things that you've done. You see what I'm saying? You keep doing the same thing, and then you keep praying about it, or you keep asking God to forgive you about it or for it, and he do, and then every time you do, he do, and you feel the confirmation that you get, then you go and do the same stuff again. It don't make sense. You see what I'm saying? So that's for somebody. And then it's like, these people, when I was in consecration, God was just telling me that, these people is in heavy regret, your enemies, because when God deals with one, he deals with all. It's not like you can pick and choose what enemy you want God. Like, oh Lord, don't be so rough on this one because of this and that. Like, no, that's confirmation. God is saying he's going to deal with all of them accordingly to what he wants to do with them. We can't tell God how to do his job. You see what I'm saying? Like when you tell God to deliver you from your enemies and all of that, and he do it, whatever, however he decides to deal with them, that's between them and God at that moment in time, not you. And if God tell you to get on out the way while he gone delivering the wrath, that's what I advise you to do. Just step on to the side and mind your business. You see what I'm saying? And so this for somebody. Because they envied, and God said, because your enemies envied y'all, like they envied Moses in the camp and Aaron, the saint of the Lord. So they envy saints and Christians and chosen ones. You see what I'm saying? Because God even called Moses out to be chosen. You see what I'm saying? Because he said, had not Moses, his chosen one, stood up in defense of these saints, then he was going to deliver the wrath head on to them. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So because the chosen one stood up in defense for these people, because the chosen ones can see certain things that saints can't see. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's a difference between being a saint of God and being chosen. You see what I'm saying? Because when you're chosen, God chose you. You didn't choose to do what you wanted to do with your life and things. Your life was chosen before you could even live, before breath were breathed into the body. You see what I'm saying? Type energy, and that's for real. So that's all I'm saying. And so because this is a 3-part message, because your enemies was jealous of you, they're starting to have regret about what they done did toward and against y'all, because they did a lot of things toward and against you unbeknownst to you, and a lot of them played in y'all face, and some of them still is, and thinking they still gonna get away and get by, and they not. You see what I'm saying? And they gonna start to feel some type of regret, or they could be feeling it right now, or they about to start. For some of y'all, they already feeling it. For y'all, it's gonna start. It's gonna start a little later on. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, they're gonna start feeling some type of regret. And when they do, they're gonna come to the realization that they've been doing this toward a real chosen person. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like somebody keeps trying to take credit for something or steal something y'all got, and it's just like a business idea. Like, okay, just say you've been waiting for somebody to fund your business or something like that, and it's like because this person kept stealing your stuff, you weren't able to get the funding, but they was, and they pitched your business ideas to this company or to these people, the lenders that can fund your company. And then when it was time to do the work, they were lost, didn't know what to do, didn't know how to navigate, because the business idea wasn't ever theirs to begin with. And so now the lenders done found out that, hey, we need to find the original person of this business idea, because this is a great business idea and it can help our company, as long as they know how to orchestrate and basically play the business plan out in real time. And so that's the thing. Only you know how to do that, because you were chosen to do this business. And it's like, and somebody just thought that they could steal something from you and get the rewards from what you be creating or what you be building. And it's like now somebody finally realized that they not the original creator of what they've been presenting to them, that you are. And so now you're about to get your flowers, you're about to get your compensation and all the things, and your enemy is in heavy regret, because if they stole something from y'all illegally in real time, then they could be going to jail for that. You see what I'm saying? And that's why they really heavy regret doing something toward and against y'all. So that's for somebody, not everybody, when it come to your enemies. And for the people that's on the right track, God just want me to let y'all know that if you were chosen one or a child of God, you got blessings coming in, because y'all kept the faith, y'all kept praying, you kept doing your own thing, and you kept following the voice of the Lord and listening to your discernment. And so because you kept the faith, these enemies are in heavy regret, because they thought you was going to give up and give out a long time ago. But no, because you're not regretting anything, because you've been on the right track, that's messing them up behind the scenes. And for the couples that's in contact, God is saying as well for your enemies, they're in heavy regret, because they was doing everything in their willpower to try to make you and your person be separated, but y'all not. Y'all still kept going, and now God is dealing with every enemy that you and your spouse had at this moment in time. And for the couples that's in no contact separation, For the couples that where your person was the one doing the stuff to y'all, now they in heavy regret because they don't realize they lost a real good person because they was playing and doing stuff behind the scenes. And now that they realize that you really are chosen, they really regret everything that they did toward and against y'all. And I don't have a song for y'all, but if the video resonate, all I ask y'all to do is hit the heart, like, share button, whatever you feel led to do. And just remember to go back in prayer, get your own confirmation for yourself. And remember, I love y'all. God love y'all. Peace. Bye.